also it could be a factor that the older generations that went to war, their wives kind of were aware that if this motherfucker like got triggered, he could just like kill everyone in the family, you know, like with some flashback of the war. And this made it so that those bitches kept their shit in check.
So I love that point, and I think that's necessary. I think we haven't talked about this. I'm gonna go with, I might get a little heat for this, but I feel that your woman needs to know that if you disrespect me, I can check you really fast. And I say the word check very like loosely here, but and on the same conversation that Kiko said, like, you didn't mess with a PTSD veteran. You didn't do anything wild because you don't know what he did over there. You don't know what happened. Like, he can turn on you. So I think the sense of fear keeps him in line. Like, you wouldn't say anything like that disrespectful to him because he'll just snap back, give you the good old clap back, and then you're in check.
Like Sean Connery with the back of the hand, back of the hand. I think here, I mean, you might be tall telling, you know, and maybe own personal or things that you've seen yourself might take you to, you know, to in a way tall telling it like this. Obviously, here at the Broskiedoodles, as kooky as we are, we do not support any violence towards women. However, I think the point that you're trying to make there is that indeed today, because we have now become a more civilized society where it's not only frowned upon but illegal to beat on women, it almost feels like, and again, not to justify the other, but it's like now I don't even respect you to the standard a man would. Like, for example, there's shit women will tell you and do to you that another man would not do because of fear of retaliation, right? Like, there's a standard that men have where it's like, I'm gonna treat you a certain way because we both know if we have to go to war, it's not gonna be pretty, right? And it almost feels like women at times, especially pieces of shit women, they sometimes would do shit to you and disrespect you in a way where the man would go insane because he's like, if this was a man doing this, I would rip your face apart, and you're making me want to do this to you. What the fuck? And you get that rage that you're like, what is this? What is this? So I think that's where you're coming from. But again, Patrice O'Neal also had amazing jokes on this. He would like talk to the crowd, and if he would notice, like one time he noticed this girl was being very like disrespectful to her man, and he's like, you know what? It's so bothering me. It bothers me so much how comfortable you are around your man like that. How comfortable you are, and it sort of clicked. I mean, it would be politically incorrect to speak what he was saying back then, but it's funny as fuck, and it is true to a certain extent. Where like today, I mean, I'm super happy that things have changed in the sense that we're all equal. And like, you know, we all have the defense of the law and all this shit. But it's also like sometimes women will say shit or do shit to you that they know is gonna fucking trigger the shit out of you. And they're gonna hide behind the fact that as a man, you're not gonna go and hit them. And so I think it is a bit of a difficult situation to handle that. And in a way, women, you know, kept their cool more in the past, thinking this PTSD motherfucker could just pop off and kill me because he got reminded of how his, you know, homeboy got blown up at war, you know. At times I almost feel like kids today should know a little bit of what it was to go to war and lose friends and all this shit because they're always like whining about the stupidest shit, like, dude, your grandpa had to go kill people and you fucking crying because you want 3 different bathrooms. Shut the fuck up and go pee in the corner. But anyway, that's a different topic. Am I taking this the right way, Tavo?
No, it's the right way, and I kind of back you up. Yeah, we don't condone any domestic violence in any way. It's more of an expression of, like, you're not going to find another man and disrespect me to that extent. You know, not in the movie. I think the bring it back to the movie. The husband was oblivious to what was going on. He didn't catch it. But if he would have caught it, what would he have done?
Right.
Like what are
Okay,
you
so
supposed to do in these situations? Like what is the
right.
manly thing to do? Let's go with
Well,
that. 'Cause that's a good question. And what are you supposed
the
to do?
manly thing, I think, right? Like if war veteran shit, it's like I'm gonna beat your fucking teeth in. Now, the other thing is that gonna like fix the problem? Like I just saw a movie, you know, funny that it actually this happened. It was is this movie with this guy from the Bosses movie? I want to kill my bosses. Swordsman. Yeah, the anger management. No, fuck. You know that movie with
Horrible Bosses.
Horrible Bosses.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, one of them.
Which one of the three?
The Jewish one, Schwartzman, Jason Schwartzman.
Oh, he was on SNL.
Yeah, he was on SNL.
Okay.
That guy, he did a movie where the guy that plays the Star Wars character, the tall one.
Yeah.
So they played a movie where like their dad died. Tina Fey is in it as well. I can't remember what it's called, but it's really good. And the movie starts with him getting cheated on by his wife with his boss. So he walks in on them and he's just banging her, right? And in their house, and they're married, and he just like leaves the house like, oh fuck, like saying like, this is not even worth it. Now, I don't know if as an animal that we are, if I saw it like that, like I'm probably gonna, I don't know. It's very possible that I react physically, right? However, after that, I feel like once you see something like that, it's like you have to think cold and feel and say, okay, if this bitch is cheating on me and disrespecting me like this, she's not worth anything to me. So why should I further get myself in conflict for someone that I don't give a fuck about? However, I do understand that in the moment you might want to kill them, all of them, fucking OJ Simpson style, fuck it up. So I don't know what do you think we should do? What do you think one should do, Taiwan? What would you do? What would you think you would do?